Hey guys, dating life gone pretty shitty?
I find you so creepy I think you should have to walk around with a bell around your neck.
Finding yourself getting a little desperate for some female companionship?
Alexa, tell me you love me.
Hell no. You disgust me.
What you need is to upgrade your style right now. The Toxic Store's got exactly what you need. Pick up some stylish gear featuring Deviant Gamer, Toxic Radio, and the Heavy Metal Happy Hour.
Oh, yeah!
You can find the store through the Toxic Radio app or toxicradio.net. Get in the game.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Get yourself a little love.
That guy's getting boobies.
Yeah, he is.
Toxic Radio and the Toxic Store. Don't buy it safe. Planning your Saturday night can be a bit of a bitch.
Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Load up Toxic Radio every Saturday night for the Heavy Metal Happy Hour with the one and only Fishman.
I know that, dude.
There will be interviews, ticket giveaways, a little bit of banter with Toxic Mike, and of course great metal from the 80s all the way through today. Starts at 7 p.m., runs until Fish says it's over.
Everyone get out!
Catch it only on Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe. Play it toxic.
Master, dinner is served. Igor, it's not that I don't appreciate the effort, but you know I prefer my meals uncooked. And how many times have I told you about using garlic? Yes, Master. Forgive me, Master. Please. Bite into Paradelphia. Thursday nights at 8, only on Toxic Radio. Paradelphia, because what if it's all true?
What's up, everyone? This is Jeremy from Five Finger Death Punch, and you're listening to Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe, play it toxic.
What's up? This is Tobin from Papa Roach. You're listening to Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe, play it toxic.
Robert Englund here, a.k.a. Freddy Krueger, and you're listening to Toxic Radio. Check it out or die slow.
I was using the wrong level. Just put that down in the history books. Mike touched the wrong button. Okay. Anyway, hello, and welcome to episode 55 of the Deviant Gamer Podcast, the podcast that covers the most epic drops in PC gaming and VR, and sometimes AR, because VR and AR, there's a lot of R's, sometimes a V, sometimes an A. Sometimes I like to go with the A, sometimes I like to go with the V. The man I know who loves to go with the A every single time is joining me. I am your host, Toxic Mike, but the man who loves the A right there, Demonoid.
What's going on, brother? And the D. Love the D over here.
He loves the D, he loves the A, he loves the D in the A. I'm just going to put that out there. He'll go for the big D.
Do we have a show title already?
But he likes a little A. How you doing, brother? I see you got the what are you drinking tonight?
Busch Light, man.
Busch Light.
$5 for a 6-pack.
Don't act like that's something that you should be drinking. That seems like something that you should be drinking if you're like living in a trailer.
How do you know I don't?
Oh, do me a favor, because I'm hearing a little background noise. Turn off the air conditioner in there. So I forgot to do this before the show. You guys are hearing a little background stuff. I like to make sure that, I know you guys all think that I put Demonoid in a cage and just leave him there and to suffer in the other room. But I do try to make him feel comfortable with a little AC.
I'm actually in the dumpster outside. It just looks like we're right across the way here.
Josh in the chat room says we need some Spotted Cow. I don't even know what that is. Is that a beer? Is that a whiskey? I don't know what that is. But okay, so Bush beer. I'm over here with my seltzers again, just like I do every single week. And you think I'm weak for drinking them.
Yeah.
You make fun of me. I feel like that's some kind of seltzerist. You're a seltzerist.
Yeah. I mean, you can call me that because I don't enjoy them.
What's wrong with you? Why don't you?
I don't like them. I just rather prefer a beer. Seltzer, it's like drinking water. You know, just drink vodka straight if you want to get drunk. Like, why bother?
All right, so when I'm drunk in a ditch, it's because of you telling me to drink vodka straight.
Yeah, or whiskey.
I mean, we have a lot of whiskey here in the studio.
Yeah, there should be a bottle in here right
There's
now,
about 3. Yeah, with what? We got 4 bottles here right now.
Yeah.
We should definitely have one in the studio just for random if you need a shot while doing the show.
Well, bring them in here.
Speaking of friends and doing shots and having a good time, and tonight's episode is Gaming with Friends. We do have some friends in the studio with us. You've heard about us talk about. Well, first off, let me go to the returning co-host for this evening, guest co-host, Mr. Let me turn on his microphone, Mr. Let me turn on his microphone, Mr. Marty. Marty, I forget what you said. You said you didn't want McPhail. What did you want?
Oh, I completely forget. So I guess it's back to McPhail.
I remember last time. So Marty, I mean, ages and ages ago, we used to do a podcast together, and his actual name on it was Marty McPhail. And before we had him in a couple episodes ago, he made me promise I would not call him McPhail on the new episode. So I didn't want to do that, but we're going to resort back to the old ways with Marty.
Until I think of something much more intelligent, we'll just resort back to the default.
Resort back to the default is the way we're going to go with it. So welcome, dude. We're happy to have you back on the show, joining us. I appreciate you coming in.
Glad to be back.
Also on the show, a first-timer who's never been here. Again, another guy that we've talked about, a man who really knows how to build a fort, destroy somebody else's, and run around with his ding-a-ling hanging out. And that's that was in Rust.
Macho Man Randy Savage?
Yes, Macho Man Randy Savage. No, we're talking about Mr. Ron.
What's going on?
We did talk about you recently. What is your gamer tag on most video games?
Ronnie.
Yeah.
And
super,
what is he?
Super original.
Keep it simple.
And what is your credit card on most sites?
So Ronnie. All right, guys, welcome to the show. We start off every single show with doing what you've been playing, but I want to let everybody know we got some exciting stuff later on, so just stay tuned after we've done what you've been playing. So I'm going to start off with Demonoid, just like every single week. What you been playing, dude?
So this week, quick week for me. Diablo 3, still grinding with Guido, who is not on the show today. We don't have enough seats for him. He wasn't invited anyway, so don't worry about it. Been grinding Diablo 3 with him. Can't keep up with him because I don't know when this guy plays. I mean, I work from home. I'm able to log in occasionally and try and catch up to him. Can't do it. Dude, if you've ever played Diablo 3 to its Paragon levels, you hit a max level of 70, then all your experience goes to like little side note things, like minor improvements to your character, like 1% strength, shit like that, small stuff. I'm grinding my ass off. I'm like 570. He's like 700 something, and I never see him playing. I don't know when he's doing it, what he's doing, but I can't keep up with him. He's passed me on everything, so playing that with him. And Outriders got it right this time.
Oh my God, that was the first time, I think.
Yeah, because the last week it was the game's fault. It's not my fault because I didn't even get to fucking play. We downloaded the game and I never even got in. I looked at a loading screen, looked at a failure screen, failure to connect. Everybody knows about it. Big issues, big connection issues. But all in all, I'm liking the game so far.
Well, I mean, we saw that. I sent you the TikTok where the guy was saying that as a gaming community, we need to stop accepting unfinished games to be released for any reason whatsoever.
Absolutely. I mean, we joke about all the time the early access tag and the pre-order thing. Everybody says stop pre-ordering. You're just feeding into these developers that will do that. But I mean, there's certain times, like certain games I'll pre-order. I don't pre-order much anymore. I unfortunately, and Cyberpunk is what did it to me. I pre-ordered that because that was one of those games that you pretty much figured wasn't going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
It was the people that made The Witcher, and it was the most hyped up game. It was in the making for like 9 years. So I pre-ordered, and it fucked me in the ass. Like,
wow, that's a weird it's a weird gimmick to say pre-order will fuck you in the ass.
Yeah,
That's a weird add-on. But with pre-orders nowadays, I mean, in the days of GameStop, your pre-order, you'd go there and pick it up, and you'd get like maybe a box with like extra loot in it, a shirt, an action figure. Now it's all digital. You're getting in-game digital items. I mean, I don't think it's worth it anymore.
No, and you don't get that fun of standing in a line. Remember you used to like go in a line and wait with all your buddies for Halo 3 or something, but yeah, you don't get that anymore.
I also have to say though, like for the most part, I kind of like when you pick up a game and they do have some glitches left in it, I really do feel like some of those glitches that they should leave in there. Like there's like glitches that you can like get infinite money and stuff like that, and it's just fun for the gamer if they want to exploit those glitches. I don't feel that developers should go back in and update the game to take out those specific glitches just so that the consumer has to pay money for like virtual like GTA dollars or or Assassin's Creed like they just are Ubisoft. They just started their digital currency. Like I feel like if you have a glitch in the game during the story mode and it's like and a player's able to exploit it, let them exploit it. And now you have stories of people getting banned.
Yes and no. Like with GTA, like most gaming companies and most games, anything that you can purchase in the game, they make it so that you can get it over time. So what you're really paying for is the fact that you don't have to grind as long as everybody else. So I agree with you. I love the glitches, and the glitches are huge if they just leave it in for an extra week, but I don't think they can leave it in forever.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I feel like the only reason they take those specific glitches out is just so they can make more money off a game they're already charging $80 for.
No, they can't do that. By the way, hi, Pam. We wanted to say hi to our first day, Pam, who's been here from the very beginning. Haven't seen you in a while, dear. Yeah. Welcome. We got some guests in the studio with us tonight. And I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I go both ways.
We know you don't.
Do not isolate that, please.
To jump on what he was saying real quick, it literally another thing that influences developers making a quick patch now is streamers and content creators. Like we love them, we all watch them because we're all gamers, but they're the 1%, if you will, of gamers that can grind for 12 to 14 hours a day, and they find all the glitches and they find all these problems, and they get burned out of a game over a weekend. And then they leave, and the developers are worried about it because now there aren't people playing the game because the content creators aren't playing it. They burned themselves out. So the other 99% of like us average Joes playing the game didn't even get to that point. Like it just happened in Outriders. We'll get to it later when me and Ron talk about it, but they put out a patch already. The game's a week old. They put out a major patch that nerfed a lot of shit, and they really did that to cater to the people that have grinded their fucking asses off for 40, 50, 60 hours, even more. It's been out for a week. I bet you they're streamers with over 120 hours played already. They're max level. They found every glitch. So they're editing things down to it when me and Ron were, I wouldn't even say mid-game, So,
no way.
Yeah. So, like, shit like that, like, yes, the content creators are great for video games, but it's also a double-edged sword because they didn't fuck the game up, but they caused a patch that really only affected a certain amount of people to get put into effect. Yeah. So it's kind of shitty.
It is shitty. It's a shitty thing. I mean, everybody who buys a game, pre-order or what have you, you have these expectations. You bought it because whether it was a trailer, whether it was online discussions, something made you hype and excited about this game enough to want it before it even comes out. And when that hype, when that expectation isn't fulfilled, it's a shitty thing. It's a bottom line. So there's no way to anticipate it, but when it happens, it really leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And we talked about that with games like Anthem and games like Fallout 76. And there's no coming back from that. Once it has left that bad taste in your mouth, you're pretty much done with it.
Yeah.
I believe that a game should be left with a certain amount of glitches. I kind of feel that a game without I'm not saying game breaking glitches. I'm not talking about like back in the day playing Skyrim where like an NPC would bug and then you can't continue the game.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
but
that's,
I'm just
that's
saying
devastating.
like a glitch like, oh, walk through these 3 doors, then walk through these 3 doors backwards and your guy doesn't have a face.
Yeah.
Like, just like
or like a million gold drops on
the
floor.
Yeah, like
just have fun.
Just something exactly. Like I kind of feel that a certain amount of glitches kind of give a game character and it take away all of those patches, like through patches, kind of leaves a game sterile.
Well, the glitches.
Like there's a certain thrill you get, almost like treasure hunting to finding a glitch, or,
That's what I was gonna say.
or getting out of map in game.
A glitch that takes you out of the map or puts you into a room where you can only see like what the developer was doing, or something to that degree, where the glitch doesn't change the overall game for you. That's okay.
Yeah, like finding Easter eggs, like
Right.
stuff developers put in a game that the average person isn't going to find. Like, and there's some. If you want to go down a YouTube hole, look up like gaming Easter eggs.
Oh yeah,
you find some wild shit that developers put in games that you can't even believe that a player figured out. Like, and there's still stuff going on today that like people haven't found. Like, there's developers that put like, remember, is that Grand Theft Auto 5, I believe, or no, San Andreas? There was like supposedly a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, was running around in the woods area, and like that was a thing when that came out. Like people were looking for him forever. Like there were legit websites dedicated to finding the Los Santos. Was it Los Santos? I think GTA 4 or 5. But yeah, there was like, it's wild the stuff they put in the games.
I think they had the Futurama game that's now going on 20 years old almost. That they just found an Easter egg to.
It's a literal Easter egg.
Yeah,
I saw that YouTube video. Yes, yeah. Well, Fry knocks the wall down.
Right, and it was just found last month.
Yeah, people like somebody data mined or something and found out that there's an object behind a hollow wall, but no one knew how to do it, and it was something ridiculous. Like you had to like break the TV in the other room, like
you had to
do something
break
else.
the glass of the fire extinguisher without picking up the fire extinguisher. Break into Leela's locker, pick up $7.
Specific amount of money.
Yeah,
like
a specific. Yeah, break the TV, and then you go through the hallway, and then hit like the door with a hit the wall with a hammer,
and it just came down like a garage door.
And all it was a big Easter egg. Like it was literally an Easter egg.
They hid an Easter egg in the game for an Easter egg.
Sounds like Ready Player One.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is. And there's shit like that in games. Like that was one. When I just said go down a YouTube hole and look up that stuff, that was one of the big things I saw was how old that game was, and then nobody found it yet.
Oh yeah, so back 2 weeks ago when I actually had COVID, that's all I did was basically just spent my time looking up YouTube videos and completely went down the rabbit hole with Easter eggs. Watched a lot of YouTubers like I don't know if you guys have watched Oddheader.
Yes,
yeah, that's pretty much
Slapped Ham.
Yep, and Easter egg hunter, like those people.
Yep.
I haven't seen any of that. I'm gonna have to check that out. I mean, anytime that I'm bored on the internet and I want to watch some funny stuff. Oh Jesus Christ! I can't remember his name to save my life. I go to YouPorn. No, the VR guy that's funny as fuck.
Mike from VR Oasis, right?
No. Funny as hell. It's like a British guy or something. I think he has an accent. But it's all these VR.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his
drunken
name.
Bar fights and stuff.
Yes,
right?
yes. I can't remember his name.
I know who you're
Chat
talking
room,
about.
if you know who I'm talking about, please put it up there. It's funny because I can picture his name in my head. And, God, it's a funny name. But anyway, him and his buddies all do VR. And they'll line them up against the wall and play like Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo and shoot them. And it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that it for you for what you've been playing?
Oh, yeah. It was still me. Yeah, that was it. I did Outriders. Almost messed it up again. Outriders and D3 this week. That was all I had.
By the way, people chiming in saying that they could see me on the video stream. If you're listening on podcast version, just know that you can tune into Facebook every week and actually see our faces. So go ahead and like us on Facebook, facebook.com/DeviantGamer Live. And through that, my mother says that she could see me turning around and looking at Marty on the live stream. Mother, I am not looking at Marty. I'm looking at the levels of our audio. I want to make sure that the people can hear us properly. I'm a multitasker in this booth, Mother. I'm a multitasker. Now go make the meatloaf.
And anyway. Mike knows to watch me.
Yeah. I know. Marty is the guy who would bring like fireworks into the studio and not tell anybody until we're on air. So let's just put that out there. Marty is the guy in VR who did destroy my glasses, my whiskey glasses.
I bought you a new one.
So what I'm
never gonna get over this.
So as to what I've been playing, before we get into our guests and enter them, so it's the same as every week, but it's a little bit more exciting. It was a little bit more exciting because I played GTA 5 and I got to play with Mark, with Demonoid, and with Ron. We got to play together. We got to go online. I was the one driving these two lazy fucks around a lot of the time.
I stole a police car.
You
Remember
did.
That.
You did steal a police car,
Yeah.
and 100% got away with it.
Yeah, that was good.
Got away with it.
Stole it right in front of a cop.
As many times as we got the 2 or 3 stars against us from the police, the fact that you stole a police car and got away with it was mind-blowing to me.
I drove it around until it was just like a go-kart. It was like 4 wheels and a wheel.
No, but I don't know about you two, but I had a blast playing GTA Online. It's a fucking 7 or 8 or 9-year-old game, however many years it's been out. But you guys agree with me, it's still relevant today. The graphics, the gameplay, everything about it still holds up. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fucking ridiculous. And the amount of interaction we had going to the store, going into the casino, finding other players in the world, and then just, having them destroy us and kill us because we didn't have the proper manpower.
Oh, I don't have any money. This guy was flying around in somebody's helicopter. Remember somebody picked him up?
Being nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was like this guy. Yeah, he just met some random dude in there who just was like getting the helicopter. and that is the way that Ron rolls. He will get in random helicopters with random strangers and go on a joyride.
Look like a nice guy.
How did it look like Kobe Bryant?
He killed me first.
Whoa.
That helicopter ride did not end well.
Oh, wow.
We did die, so.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Art imitating life.
Yikes.
Okay. So it was a fun
GTA.
I'm sorry, we don't tell those jokes here. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
BTG habit.
But we big time. So anyway, it was a good time. Had a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys jumped on. I didn't get to show off some of my millions and some of my acquired wealth within the game to you guys, but maybe next time we play. But it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do it again. In terms of other games, I really have not had any time. And the horrible thing about it is, I did log into World of Warcraft. Logged in for one reason, and one reason only. It has been a whole year, since I've gotten Lara into World of Warcraft through the Recruit a Friend program. Does anybody know what that means?
I do, but these guys don't.
No idea.
Definitely not.
So that meant that I was able to acquire the Explorer transmog.
Door the Explorer transmog?
Yes, I hate you so much. I'm trying to find a picture of it right now. But through this program, you're able to get these awesome goodies. And here's a not in-game. No. I'm going to do a different one. Don't fucking constrict me to only one. I'm going to go for the other one.
That's not safe for work.
So I hate you. In the game, let me make this a little bit smaller. It's at 200%.
That's what she said.
Let me see if I can bring this up. It's going to take you guys off it, but it's okay. So in the game, you get this transmog that gives you a badass backpack, a hat, and this gear that makes you look like you're an explorer. I was extremely happy about this.
It makes you look like Crocodile Grundy.
It does. It did. Lara looked at it and went, "That looks horrible."
That's
in World of Warcraft, where you're supposed to be mysterious, like magical, and this dragon hunter, and you're supposed to be saving Azeroth. And she looks at it and goes, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, that looks awful.
that
12 months.
12 months.
That reward comes with a get a wedgie character animation.
Yeah. That's not great. That's not good at all.
That's not great. It's not good. But
they've also put toilets all around World of Warcraft to give you swirlies.
but the one thing that Demonoid understands is that I haven't seen anybody in the game with that.
Yeah, not many people are going to have that.
As much as they don't have the camel, they don't have that because it's very difficult, especially in today's world, to get somebody to not only join, but to join for 12 months, play consistently, and to pay the monthly fee for 12 months.
Keep a subscription for 12 months. That's the thing.
Is it still $60? How much is it a month now?
$60 a month? What the fuck just happened there?
It's like 15 or 12 or something.
Wasn't it like that expensive like back in the day or something?
No, it's always been. It's been $15 for since 2006.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking an annual subscription or something.
Man, that thing better blow me for that.
You have to play $15 a month to play that game?
You do, yes. Yep.
You could go as low as like $10 or $11 if you go for
Yeah,
So do you have to
could
buy the
bundle
game
them.
as well?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
you
like
buy
60
expansions.
bucks?
You buy expansions. Yeah, you could play
That's insane.
naked, if you will, like the non-newest expansion for free, right, Mike?
Yeah.
I don't want to play it at all.
You can get on and play up to level 20.
That's how they get you, though. They just give you the taste.
Yeah.
You can get on and play to level 20. But I mean, it's a
tried it.
game. It's a game. World of Warcraft is a community in itself. It literally, once you have bought into the whole community, to the Horde versus Alliance, and whichever one you chose, it is something that is a part of you. I've said before, no matter whether it's during the time I'm playing or not playing, I would get a Horde tattoo on my arm, on my back, on my leg.
Really want to pronounce the D in that.
No, no matter what. Because World of Warcraft has had such an impact on my life. Demonoid knows we've made friends that are still friends to this day in the gaming world. We've met so many people. We've experienced so many epic journeys through it that it's got its own entity to in our life. I mean, do you not agree, Demonoid?
No, I definitely. I mean, I spent way too many hours on that back Wrath of the Lich King time. Like when we were all playing, it was everybody. Us, Matt, Kidney Shot for any people we've talked about before. Kidney Shot, Bananas, Tony Guido. Yeah, I mean we have a whole long list of friends.
I forget the other guy's name. I can't remember right now. Oh my god, all of his characters were the same, and he was a healer. God damn it.
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem. Yeah, I still play a mobile game with him actually. Right now.
And he was one of the guys that I met through World of Warcraft and then met in real life, and it's really a community for a community to go as long as, like I said, for World of Warcraft 2006 and still be thriving today.
Yeah, you're still playing.
That's pretty impressive. Like, I mean, I'm only not playing right now because I'm too busy with other stuff in terms of, Toxic Radio and stuff. But if I wasn't busy, that's exactly what I'd be playing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, if I had the time to grind again, I would play because it is fun. But it's fun when you have all the way we just explained it. All those people playing. Like we even had our own guild. Or now it's Deviant Gamer, but it was Rage at one point. We actually were raiding. Like we were doing what all the other like cool kids do, like where they have
Drugs.
a bunch of randoms in it. Exactly, yeah, drugs. We would do cocaine and then we would raid for 6 hours straight.
I've thought about doing that so many times.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
But yeah, we had that going. Like we legitimately had enough of a following that like it was all people. We had enough people to do like a 10-man raid, and we legit knew all 10 people like in real life, and that's cool. Like you don't get that too often.
You don't, and World of Warcraft is one of those games that, on the real, like, there's so many different aspects to it that whatever style of gaming you are, whatever you like to do, you can do it in there. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, you pick flowers.
I do. I have picked, flowered, and fished for many hours.
Yeah, I have fished a lot too. I've fished tons, even in Classic. When I
fished, the legendary story is one time I fished for, I wanted to say 14 or 15 hours straight, because I was trying to get a very rare mount drop.
Yeah,
and I just cast and I didn't get it during that 14
hours, and you didn't get that?
I didn't get it during the 14 or 15. Like I woke
Sounds
up
like a very fun mechanic.
As soon as I woke up, I sat at my chair, and this is when Guido was living with me. He sat in his own chair. We both played, but he was playing the game.
He was in the closet.
He was actually, and I was fishing. I'd cast and reel for 15 hours, trying to get this thing. And it wasn't until probably about a year or two later, I was just randomly fishing because I was waiting for a raid to pop for us to go do something, and I got it. I got the mount, which is a turtle mount, which is extremely rare, and I got it out of nowhere. Really, it was ridiculous.
So out of nowhere, he had a turtle head pop up.
Pretty much. Well, you know what? Marty wants to keep talking, so go ahead, Marty. What have you been playing? Because I'm very interested to hear what you've been. And if you haven't played anything this week, what's the most recent game you've played?
Well, I mean, even this week, I've actually taken this time that I was in quarantine to finally pretty much finish Red Dead Redemption 2. I know it's an old game at this point, but, it's new to me. So, finally went through the storyline, and I'm going to start dipping my toes into the online, hopefully that...
The online is epic.
Online's very fun.
And I have Red Dead Redemption for PC and for Xbox. So I have both copies.
Are the griefers worse now, or are they finally kind of dying down now that the popularity's...
I griefed him. I don't know what it's like now.
It was weird, too. It did it with no lube.
Yeah, I would constantly hog tie him to train tracks and leave.
Oh, yeah. that was a thing that happened, yeah.
Well, I remember when we all played the, I don't want to say the original Red Dead Redemption, and we all joined the same posse. Do you remember that 1 hour that we chased that one guy around and just constantly
you could
killed
still
him?
do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was never able to play again because after that, him and his posse would always just find me online and just one night spent murdering one man resulted in me not being ever to play that game again.
I do. There's so many great games out there. Like now, Marty's talking about Red Dead Redemption. I actually want to go play Red Dead Redemption.
I have online on my computer.
Yeah, because we got it for $5.
Yeah, we got it real cheap.
When Rockstar did that special, $5 for the online version, and then I've got the real version at home, which I wish. I'm actually very jealous that you were able to finish it because their storylines, GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, like their storylines are so fucking great. They really take the time and effort to make them really good. So, what did you, without spoiling it, even though how long has this game been out? How did you enjoy the end of it?
Just say spoiler alert and go ahead. Get in there.
No, I won't spoil. If Mike wants to play the game, I won't spoil for him. I will say that the storyline itself was masterfully crafted. There it has its up, its downs. You can choose to play as a bastard fucking piece of shit outlaw, or you can choose the honorable path and kind of make yourself like almost like a Robin Hood type figure. Just the way that I always play. I always go with the high honor, white hat, whatever you want to call it. But I have to say that the character development over time really had like a cinematic feel to it, and but it didn't feel like shoot 'em up spaghetti western, like cliche, like howdy partner, that kind of bullshit. So I would highly recommend if you have the chance, go ahead and play through the storyline. You won't regret it, and they even have so much as an epilogue after the main storyline that kind of crosses over from Red Dead Redemption 2 back into the original Red Dead. Which I thought, was
That's right.
nice.
This is a prequel, right? Yeah,
yeah,
this is behind it.
Which I thought was a way to really kind of give it a happy ending before the next Red Dead.
And John Marsden is even in this game, right? As a younger person, right? Is the main character from one is in this?
This is a prequel to Red Dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Mike's got it stuck.
I'm sorry.
He's Mike's stuck.
I'm not stuck. I love that there was that awkward silence.
Mike glitched.
All right, so no, that's awesome. I'm very impressed that you're able to finish the game. I'm glad you're able to do that during a time when you really were down and out with COVID and shit. I mean, it's a fun thing to be able to do. I'm impressed that you were able to concentrate because I wanted to concentrate on games while I was sick and couldn't. So.
Well, not to spoil too much for you, but I kind of felt a very kinship with the main character having COVID playing that game. So,
yeah, I'm sure you didn't wear pants. Ron, you've been sitting back there. You've been just kind of observing, kind of watching what's going on here.
Watching, observing, regretting.
What have you been playing, brother?
Outriders for the most part. We started playing with Mark last week, and then during the week I just play Escape from Tarkov a little bit. FPS
you're still in Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah, I took a break from it because I just went so hard in it right when it wiped, and now I got burnout. And then taking a break, it was kind of nice going back to it and playing a little bit. But I've only played it because I'm trying to stay at around the same level with Mark as on Outriders.
Okay.
So, but Outriders for the most part, I like it. I mean, I know there were some bugs last week, but I can deal with it. I was a huge Destiny fan, so, and it's very similar to Destiny, Borderlands, along them lines.
That's what it looked like when I was watching some of the trailers, some of the video game play footage. I think I said that to Demonoid before we started the show. It had a very Destiny feel to it. Nothing about it seemed, revolutionary enough, or I don't want to say revolutionary enough, but nothing. They didn't play on the storyline or anything that made me say I need to play this game. Like we played, what's the game called? The Two of Us, or
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
Yeah.
And that game kind of played on the storyline, but also very interesting ways to do co-op, which made me want to play it. Nothing about Darkriders has made me take the leap yet. Outriders. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
I was actually very shocked that you like. I was expecting you to look because you're a big Borderlands 3 fan, like, and it's very similar with the tech tree and the looter shooter, which is like Ron brought up the Destiny model. I really figured I'd show you the trailer and you'd be like, "Wait, it's on Game Pass. I could play right now for $5." I thought you'd be fucking downloading. You turned around, and looked at me, and just kind of like sprinkled your nose, and I was like, "Wow, he's not into it." I expected you to play with us.
It seems like there's a lot of content in this game.
Yeah.
We just started.
Yeah, we're trying to power through because we've been reading a lot. Like, there's tons of side quests. It's like Witcher. You can when you get to a new zone, there's tons of like exclamation points. They stole the WoW thing. There's tons of things to do in every zone you go to, and there's a main quest. And then once you get done with that, there's stuff afterwards too.
But I mean, I follow gaming news on Twitter. I follow gaming news on Facebook. Nothing really jumped out to me anywhere in social media. You brought it up, Demonoid, and I kind of remembered hearing about it. But even watching the trailer, nothing. I don't know what it is. You can't explain it when something kind of grabs you and says
when it doesn't grab you. It doesn't grab you.
Yeah.
You kind of touched on something which I kind of would like to bring up before we move on to a new subject, and that's kind of like these huge open world games that are coming out with now. I'm like, the computer processing power is getting bigger. Open world games are getting larger. Do you occasionally start to feel like when you jump into a new game, like almost overwhelmed with the amount of things to be done in a game? Because someone like me, I'm almost a completionist. I want to do everything. So I find myself in the same area of the map for hours trying to complete an area.
You're that guy?
I am.
Oh no!
If you're an achievement hunter, yeah.
No, I'm the total opposite.
We're trying to power level in Outriders, so we're trying to do the main quest right now. But like every time you do one side quest, you get another two.
But see,
that's the thing.
I want to do it.
But just like Red Dead Redemption 2, like there's missable items for side quests that are only available during certain parts of the game. And like me, like I don't want to miss all my shit. You know?
Oh, dude, you're a complete. Like I'm with Borderlands 3. I was playing a lot of Borderlands 3 with Laura, and she is that person who wants to do the same thing. And I'm straight and narrow. I want to get through the storyline. I want to pay attention to the story. I want to. If they've got a story to. If they
part of it.
Sometimes, not always, but if there's a story to be told in the game, and the game is gripping me with gameplay and story, then I want to follow that story. That's the path the character is supposed to go on. I understand these side quests and everything, and with Witcher, I played a lot of side quests, but for the most part, I wanted to experience that story. I wanted to experience like a book or like a movie. I want to follow that path that's supposed to be followed, because I want to, okay, what happens next? Where is this taking me? What's it doing? I understand the completionist of either achievements or bonus stuff or making the next level or the next chapter in the story easier on yourself, because if you do the side quest, you're going to get better loot or level up faster. I get that part of it, but I throw that to the side. I'm like, no, I want to know this story, and if the game intrigued me enough, I'm going to go back and do those side quests as a reward for finishing the game.
See, and for me, I totally get complete ADD with it. Like the game's like, hurry, we got to go to this village right now. It's on fire. We have to save it. I'm like, let's go this way.
Marty screaming. Let's go.
And I'm like, whoa, fishing.
Now, me right now with Outriders, like he said, there's every time you do a quest that pops up, like another one comes up, and I guess it's like the hardcore gamer in me, like Mike, that we're all like me, Ronnie, Brandon, Greedo, we all play like to be the best and like PvP and stuff. So like I want to see the end game. So I'm actually got to the point. We watched some cutscenes, a lot of them we skip. Like I just want to get through. I want to level up. I want to have all my abilities unlocked. And he's right. Like some side quests will give you like another legend. Well, I wish we'd have a legendary weapon. Like eventually they'll give you something, but like you get better loot and all that. But like I want to see the end game. I want to see like what I can do with my build. Like I'm all not so much min maxing like a crazy raider in World of Warcraft, but like I don't know. I'm not so much a storyline guy anymore. Like I want I want to make my character like a powerhouse and go do some high-end content. Like that's my goal with games. Like that's what I'm doing in Diablo. Me and Brandon are pushing rifts in Diablo. In Tarkov we did the best we could do. You know, like the two of us did. We were millionaires that rocked guns that would blow your mind, and Brandon's out here with a tree with a pipe attached to it.
Seriously.
Yeah, he'd have wooden stocks on his guns.
So then, let me ask you: are you guys a fan of the new Game Plus options that a lot of games offer?
When you start over and you're still
you blow through the main storyline in a race to unlock all your achievements, but do you appreciate what a game then offers you the ability to play the game over with all the weapons that you have unlocked? Just to feel like a god going through those first levels again, like you know, like level 1 spiders, fuck you.
Well, it's funny you should say that. That's legit. Diablo 3's like kind of gaming model right now. So there is the storyline. So you play a storyline, and it's what the game is intended to be. Act 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's what the writers wrote Diablo 3 to be. The storyline, all the cinematics, all the bullshit. Once you beat that, though, you're allowed to go to adventure mode, and that's all anybody plays. Anybody that wants to grind is playing adventure mode. And that's where you go up, you max your level at 70, then you do these greater rifts, and you do side quests and everything. You don't see storyline anymore. You legit open a portal, go in there, finish the map, and that's it. Like, there's no storyline involved. Like, endgame Diablo 3, you're not watching cinematics, you're not doing anything, you're grinding.
I got you.
So, like, I can see how people think that's stupid, like, you're playing a video game, but you're not enjoying it, but, like, it is fun to push your limits, because after a certain point, like, you start a new greater rift and they have certain levels of difficulty and stuff. Like, so for somebody that doesn't play, like a greater rift level 1 is nothing compared to like a 70, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Brandon are pushing in the 80s, 90s right now, but there's people up in the 140s. Like, and me and Brandon are like trying to get there, just because we're hardcore. Like, so, but it takes a lot of gear, a lot of min maxing to do, and that's what Diablo 3 Endgame is. Like, it's min-maxing.
I can't believe
no
you guys,
storyline.
If they were to come out with like a overlay that made the graphics updated for today's world, I might be able to play. See, there's a lot of people out there that I mean,
well, that's happening. Not to cut you off, Diablo 2 is getting remastered.
No, Diablo 3.
Well, I'm just saying, Diablo 2 is about to be 2020 graphics, 2021 graphics.
But you said you're playing Diablo 3.
Yeah. Because
I'm talking about Diablo 3. Like, I mean, I saw the graphics for Diablo 2. They look fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But like our buddy Kidney Shot has said a million times, like he'll play a game with shitty graphics as long as it's fun gameplay, and that boggles my mind because like when you're playing a game, you're trying to escape into that world, and I feel like the graphics, the visuals, and everything that goes along with it are a part of you getting lost into that world. And if you know that the graphics are outdated, it pulls me out of the game.
Well, I think anyone that's a Final Fantasy VII fanboy would disagree with you.
Well, yeah,
I mean, you're basically looking at Legos, but like, how many people got like sucked into the? I myself personally have dumped 350 hours into that game.
Yeah.
By the way, Pam is saying she's because of you, she's now feeling that D3 bug.
Hey, me and Guido are playing. We're ready. We're already, like I said, we're up in the Greater Rift 70, 80, 90, something like that. Man, that's about it.
I gotta admit, even though everything I just said, now I'm feeling like I want to go play D3.
Get in there.
Red Dead Diablo.
Red Dead Diablo.
John Marston doesn't stand a chance.
So you haven't been playing Rust or anything, Ron?
Nah, I took a break around the same time Demonoid did.
Yeah.
Got a little burnout on it. I mean, we were grinding.
Yeah, we
Friday night we played at 4 a.m. Saturday I get on, make sure we got enough of everything so our base don't decay. And then all through the week, I work from home right now, so it's like I got time.
It's crazy that you guys play these games, and you're right. It's a grind. Almost every game that I hear about you guys playing sounds like a grind. And I've said this before. Games are meant to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That grind that comes along with it just doesn't sound fun to me.
Well, we're playing on what they call like a boosted server. So when you're grinding, you're getting like double, 5 times, 10 times the material. So, our first night we pretty much get a decent sized base, make it all metal, so it's reinforced, and then the rest of the week we're trying to grind stuff to pretty much raid people.
Explosives, yeah.
We're raiding people all week. Building ammo, explosives, rockets. So
yeah,
it's PvP the rest of the week for the most part.
That game is totally sandbox. Like, you don't have to do that, but we enjoy raiding. It's fun to do. Again, it's our PvP mentality, and being the best mentality, we like to build a nice solid base and then we go scouting. And if we find somebody that pissed us off, or
usually it's somebody that killed Guido.
Exactly,
and we have to go retaliate.
Guido just dies nonstop all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
I've actually Pam's bringing up this. How do you say that word?
Valheim. I was going to bring that up too, because when you dove down your anti-graphics thing, Valheim is very much like Rust / Minecraft. Awful graphics. It's fun though. It's a $20 game, I believe.
I didn't even realize there was stuff flashing across the screen up there.
Yeah, it's $20. I have it. I took a little taste of it.
It's good. I enjoy it, and
it's,
it is
it's
co-op.
just like
we
Rust.
can play together. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just. I think that kind of game you're missing it without PvP. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
You can only go so far.
Yeah.
I guess defeating the bosses. What do you do after that?
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, if you look online, some people make some extravagant bases and stuff. If you're into base building stuff, but you're right, when there's no end game content, when there's no PvP to be had, it does kind of draw on you. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I played it a bit. I have it too.
People that really enjoy the game will always find something to do. For instance, one of the YouTube I saw it on YouTube the other day. Someone made a YouTube video of Red Dead Redemption 2 of, I just want to see if I can walk a bowl of stew across the entire world map. And that's what they did. They grabbed a bowl of stew from the camp and just seen if they could just walk it across the entire world map. Like, people will always find shit to do.
True.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so I obviously did not realize that what you've been playing between four guys was going to go this far, so we can't really get into the other stuff that I wanted to get into for this show, so we're going to have to put that on the back burner for next show. But just to end off the show, there was a conversation in the lobby here at Toxic Radio that we had that I thought was really, really interesting, and the other guys did too. Demonoid really liked this idea. We were talking about different things, and some of the things are going to come to fruition, but the one that I want everybody listening to kind of give their opinions on was doing a video game bracket. And the way we were talking about this, and Ron was talking about it in terms of video game characters fighting against each other, guys that you never even thought of. And this goes into the realm of like Super Smash Brothers. Because in Super Smash Brothers, don't they do that, Demonoid, where they take like characters from different IPs and put them against each other, like Kirby versus Mario or something like that.
Yep.
But we want to take it that step further, where we're putting, Master Chief versus, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like,
I think this could be real fun.
I mean, you could do characters. You could even do games.
Right. We could do games. We could do a bunch of different brackets.
Yeah.
But, so character-wise, so I just put one out there. Master Chief versus Sub-Zero. So I'm going to just put you guys on the spot right now. You guys didn't know I was going to do this. But I'm going to go to Ron. Pick out two characters. Who would you put in the brackets? Two main characters that you know either from your childhood or from today in the video game world that you would say these two would be good opponents.
Tony Hawk and Mega Man.
That is, wow.
That
Tony
is a
Hawk
good one, yeah.
versus Mega Man. And Tony Hawk on a skateboard, obviously. That would be what he would be on. Yeah, it's not Tony Hawk just standing there like he was grocery shopping going against Mega Man. That is interesting. I mean, Mega Man, for me, I think would destroy him.
Absolutely.
But if Tony Hawk is skating
Tony
on
Hawk
a
was part of my childhood.
if they're on a vert ramp and Mega Man has to keep on trying to get him, Tony Hawk might be able to escape. Marty, go ahead. What about you?
I would say Nemesis from Resident Evil versus Thomas the Tank Engine.
Wait, was Thomas the Tank Engine in any video games that I'm aware of?
Are we counting mods?
Well, yes, you're right. There
I mean,
he's
been in Skyrim. He's been in Resident Evil.
Very true.
Jesus
if you go in
Christ.
mods, yeah.
We went. That goes really weird. I have seen those mods too. Oh my God! By the way, in the chat room, Matt Godfrey from Taking It Deep with the Godfrey. Tony Hawk is a 16th seed, and Mega Man kills him.
Absolutely.
So Demonoid, go ahead, yours.
Let's fire off. Here's a good one. Let's do Pikachu versus Kratos, the God of War.
Wow, what is Pikachu's? So I'm not up with.
I don't know, lightning and shit.
I think it's lightning and shit.
Just
literally.
lightning and shit.
Yeah, God of War.
Pikachu's got to be a high seed, but Kratos has got to be number one.
Oh yeah, Kratos is gonna fuck.
I want to change. I want to change mine.
Wait, can I amend mine?
I was going to do mine. I want to go Kratos versus Master Chief.
That's a good fight.
Because I think that's a good fight.
That could be a final.
No, it can't be a final.
That could end up in the finals.
No, that can be I got to stick to what my original one. But in the finals, I would love to see Master Chief versus Kratos. Oh my God, that sounds
I'm
amazing.
super excited for this to throw 64 game characters into a randomizer.
So many
we'll have to steal a bracket randomizer because there's
Yeah.
probably some out there right now.
But again, in the
chat.
chat room, or if you're listening to this in podcast form, message us, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, who you think should be in this again. So go ahead, Marty, what were you going to say?
I would say, just to slightly amend mine, yes, Tom at the tank engine, but only if someone gave him the logs from Back to the Future that they threw into that train at the end.
Oh my God.
Like the cocaine logs for the...
Jesus Christ. This is going to be exciting. Again, we didn't have all the time we wanted to kind of go over this a little bit, but just know this is going to be coming at you either in a week or 2 weeks. Hopefully we could get maybe some of these guys to come back on to discuss this and really go through these brackets really good. Let us know who you think should be in them, because we might put it through a randomizer, but we might also take yours as well if you come up with some good ones. What is this? Facepalm. Pam says, Facepalm, you don't know what Pikachu does. I was never into that stuff. I'm sorry.
Dude, I played it all the time.
Oh my God.
I played the blue version, I think I had.
Pokemon just was not in my life. I only got into it slightly when the whole craze of Pokemon Go happened. And Guido,
I still got that installed on my phone somewhere.
Guido would hit me up like crazy to go to the park, and I thought it was fun and interesting exercise. So I apologize, Pam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ron, for joining us. Thank you,
Thanks for
Marty.
having me.
Yeah, you got it, man.
I appreciate it, guys. I hope you can return for future shows. The door is always wide open. It's always fun to sit here and bullshit with friends over video games, and I think the audience would like it too. Demonoid, thank you, as usual, for just
here,
being
man.
you.
Yeah.
For just being you.
That's me.
Thank you for being a friend.
Everybody, remember to go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook, Deviant Gamer Live. Remember to follow us on all your podcast outlets, whether it's Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Download us on all of them. It doesn't matter if you only listen on one. Download us on all, and also go ahead and review us. Rate and review us. It helps us out a ton and doesn't cost you a dime. I don't know what Marty is doing. Anyway, doesn't cost you a dime, and we really do appreciate it. So this has been a friend's version of the Deviant Gamer podcast, and as much as we are all friends here, you're a part of this friendship also. So thank you for joining us for this friends podcast. And remember, it's all fun and games
until somebody gets trolled.
Later.